Let's turn our attention next to a feisty London derby. Well, it is usually West Ham against Chelsea. Let's hear from both bosses. We've got, of course, David Moyes and Mauricio Pochettino.
We want everybody to come in on, the way everybody was in East End of London, and obviously the night in Prague. We want that to start the season well. It'll be a great atmosphere here against Chelsea. So let's hope that we get everybody behind the team and gives us a great chance of getting a result.
I think the squad is really exciting to see the squad that we have today. Now it's about the process, and then it's about to work really hard to try to find the best dynamic on the team to perform and to win games. That is our job, but that is a massive challenge. But we are so excited about this.
So Chelsea kicked off the Pochettino era with a 1-1 draw against Liverpool. How do you think they did? They created a few chances, did they not? Liverpool started strongly and ended strongly, but they controlled it in between somewhat.
Yeah, I thought for the first 30 minutes, I thought Liverpool's wide players, Diaz and Salah, had the better of Chelsea. And then it just shifted. When you see now Reece James getting on the ball and Sterling was getting in the pockets, I thought that's when Chelsea really came alive. And look, that should have been a goal, no question about it. But again, the wide areas, getting James and Chilwell involved is going to be the strength, and that was the goal there. So I was really impressed with them. The manager's quality, and I think they'll go from strength to strength. And I know you're a big fan of Enzo as well, aren't you?
I love Enzo. I know he costs a lot of money.
Yeah,
he's worth it. He's class, pure quality. And the thing is, he can play a little bit deeper. But I think now, obviously, with signing Caicedo and Lavia, he can play a little bit higher. They absolutely dominated the ball. Nicholas Jackson, by the way, kicked off where he started in pre-season. He was brilliant, but he deserved a goal, really, for his performance. I thought he played great. That's the only doubt maybe as a centre-forward. He probably needs another one up there. Broy is coming back, but Poch is going to have a lot of fun with that group of young players.
Yeah. I mean, Mauricio Pochettino handed over 4 debuts. And, you can see from their summer signings, I mean, they've got some brilliant players on board now, particularly what's happened in this last week. I mean, they are literally hoovering up the best young talent the Premier League has to offer. Caicedo, Lavia, the 2 latest acquisitions. I mean, do they both just slot into the 11? How do they make space for these guys? Can you see them with Enzo being that midfield 3?
I think so, yeah. I'm not sure what Karen thinks. I think they'll play. I think Lavia would be the deeper one. Caicedo and Enzo will be kind of more box to box. But they have so many good, talented young players. I love Caicedo. I just think he's just a machine. He's so strong. But technically he's great. Coming from De Zerbi. The only worry I have for Chelsea is goalkeeper Sanchez. I know he's a good goalkeeper, but they lost 2 good ones in Kepa and Mendy, and they're definitely not better than they were. And I think the goalkeeper position is still, they look a little bit light there for me.
Yeah. The one worry as well now is the Reece James injury. I mean, he's only just come back from what was a bit of an injury kind of ridden season last time round. It's another hamstring issue. Should we be a little bit concerned here? He's only just been appointed Chelsea captain.
I think that's the thing. You obviously get given the armband and you want to keep your captain fit. But take the armband aside, I was speaking there about the difference that Chelsea had was when Reece James got forward and started to push Liverpool further back. He's a massive asset. And even James and Chilwell, they've both had injuries. They've not played enough football together. If that's your biggest weapons down the flanks and 2 fantastic wing-backs, full-backs, whatever position they're going to play, you've got to keep them fit. So I would be saying, I know Chelsea got rid of their medical team, but the new medical team have got to keep him fit.
Yeah. What do you think, Owen? What's your reading of this situation? It's not great for him, is it?
No, everybody loves Reece because he's just such an amazing player. I mean, he's Trent Alexander-Arnold's an amazing player, a generational player, but Reece probably all around is even just a little bit more complete. But fitness issues is a huge thing for them. We saw Malo Gusto, the young lad they signed from Lyon, who's a good player. Yeah. Very, very good player. So they got a good...
Him or Ian Maatsen could come in?
Yeah, Malo Gusto will play as a right back. I think Maatsen, can play as a left back a bit further forward. But they've got a good one there. But Reece is one of the best right backs in the world, and they've got to find a way to keep him fit.
Yeah, and they're taking on a West Ham team. I mean, they're going to have a couple of new faces themselves to give their debuts. James Ward-Prowse just looks like a no-brainer of an acquisition, right? £30 million from Southampton, former captain. So obviously he's going to go into the Declan Rice kind of mould because he already was a big personality which needed filling.
Well, he was a leader, he was a
Yes.
captain, so naturally you're going to get that. You're going to get Premier League experience. You're going to get energy. I think for the last few Premier League seasons, his running stats have been through the roof. Set pieces, again, fantastic for West Ham. So in terms of kind of tick boxes, he delivers everything. You get him £30 million, actually. It's quite a good steal for all that criteria that you're getting. But for me, the biggest one is the leadership and the Premier League experience, because I still think they need that freshen up, and I think he'll do that for them.
Yeah. You could almost see it in this London derby, right? He steps up for that free kick, as we all know, the trademark technique, and then he'll equal David Beckham's record of 18 goals from set pieces.
He's the best free kick taker.
He is, isn't he?
He almost takes it like a penalty. It's that easy for him. It's ridiculous. But that's what you get when you practice that much. For him, technically, he just knows exactly what he wants to do. His execution is amazing. And I'm happy for him because he deserved an opportunity. Obviously, Southampton going down hurts. But he's in a good spot. And obviously, filling Declan Rice, I don't think obviously, his leadership is there. But I don't think he obviously won't play the same position. And I think he needs to find his way in that midfield three. I still think they need another body in there.
Do you?
Yeah, I still think they need another midfield player.
Edson Alvarez. What about him as an acquisition?
Like him, yeah. Good player. Can play as a centre-back, can play as a defensive midfield player. Obviously, Paqueta's the one. You know, he's the one that he's got that little bit of flair, but they got Suchek as well. Prowse, does he play a bit further on the right? But yeah, I like what David Moyes is doing there, but obviously it still feels like they might be missing one at the top of the pitch.